Welcome back to lesson number 9 of the first course, Alphabet and Pronunciation. I am Mustafa Nasser once more and you are watching Arabic for Nuns. Today's lesson is fun. We're still playing the sounds game. And today we will talk about the tongue sounds. Subscribe my channel and activate the bell to stay on track. What I mean by tongue sounds are the sounds that require the tongue to come out of the mouth whenever we pronounce them. And there are only 3 tongue sounds in Arabic language. The, and va. Let's look at the first couple. Letters the and the. Both of them are equivalent to the English sound th. The first one represents the unvoiced English th sound, like in these examples. Throw, thank you, the number 3, and the verb think, the. While the second one, the, represents the voiced th English sound, like in this, that, father, mother, brother, and so on. So these 2 sounds are easy to distinguish, and we already presented 2 examples in the lessons. The, like in ثعلب, a fox, and the, like in ذيل, a tail. Let's now jump to the second couple. We still have this one, the, in addition of the third tongue sound, the. Here, we will feel again the pattern that we studied in the previous lesson. Remember? The soft versus the hard. Letter the is very soft, the. That's why we smile whenever we pronounce it. The. And the second one is the hard pattern. The. That's why we push the air out. The. Now let's practice. I will use these 2 words, نذر and نظر. Look at my mouth and start practicing. The. The. نذر نظر نذر نظر نذر نظر. So these 3 previous letters are the tongue sounds. I would like to talk about a 4th letter that is similar to one of those, but it is not one of the tongue sounds, which is letter Z. This one is exactly equivalent to the English Z sound. Z. There is no tongue movement. Z. Okay? And it is somehow similar to the tongue sound the. So what is the difference? Only the movement of the tongue. The first one, no tongue, the. Or the second one, we bring the tongue out, the. So the. Let's look at these 2 examples. The first word, ذيل, which means a tail, and the second one, زيتون, which means olive. Look at my mouth again. The. ذيل زيتون زيتون So in summary, 3 tongue sounds in Arabic: the, and va. All of them require the tongue to come out of the mouth. While the fourth one in today's lesson is letter Z. This one is not one of the tongue sounds, but it's somehow similar to the sound. The only difference between them is the tongue movement, as we explained. Now, grab your pencil and your notebook and let's practice together. Okay, now I want to practice this word, zaytun. In the previous lesson, we get some insight about Arabic writing. We said that Arabic words show up as one single entity. There is no gaps between the letters. But in some cases, we can see some gaps within the word, like we saw in the previous lesson with the word taraka. And here also we have a gap here and another gap here within the same word. So how can we figure this one? Let's start with the first step. We will analyze this word into its components. The first letter is letter Z. I will write it as a start face, obviously. This letter cannot be joined from the left side. That's why I leave it here without any horizontal lines. The second letter is letter Y, and this one is one of the letters that change completely when we shape it. We used to write the isolated format as so. You remember? A dog shape. The third letter is letter T. We write it like this, a boat. The fourth one is letter W, like this. And the last one is letter N. This was the first step, to analyze. Now the next step is to shape each letter based on its position or based on its face. This one obviously is a start face. So as long as this one cannot be joined from the left, we write it the same, like this. Now this one is a start face, obviously, because it's the first letter in the word. This one, letter N, is a tail face because it's the last letter in the word. But what about these three letters in between? Three of them are considered to be middle faces. So the middle face of this one, we completely change it like this. Here, there is no any lines from the right side, but we have a line from the left side. The next one, letter T, we delete this pen and leave this one, like this. And because it's a middle face, it's going to be joined from both sides, so we stretch a line here. Letter W is the same case with letter Z, can only be joined from the right side. So whenever we write it, we only stretch a line to the right, while we leave it empty or free from the left. And lastly, this letter, we write it the same, like this. So what's remaining now? Joining. We only join horizontal lines. So we join these two. We join these two, while we leave this one empty. We leave this one empty with no any joints. So let me do it all in one step. The first one, Z. The second one, Y. The third, T. The fourth one, W. And the last one, Ne. And here is it. Here is the word.